Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about Shravana Nakshatra. Shravana Nakshatra begins at 10 degrees and goes to 23 degrees in the sign of Capricorn. The ruling planet over this nakshatra is Chandra, or the moon. The deity of this nakshatra is Vishnu, and Vishnu is also the preserver god. The symbol for this nakshatra is 3 footprints, or the ear. The translation of Shravana is ear. The gender of this nakshatra is male. The guna of this nakshatra is rajasic. Its nature is movable. The element for this nakshatra is air. And the caste of this nakshatra is a malicha, or an outcast. And the animal for this nakshatra is the female monkey. People born with this nakshatra, you get subject to the waxing and waning of the moon. So you tend to have emotions that are like wax on, wax off. I mean, you can have a lot of like changing views on things. However, you do generally have a noble outlook of life. You usually are aristocratic in behavior. Even though you dish out a lot of really pleasant qualities for people, sometimes you don't always get it in return. A lot of times these people, the love that they give for others isn't reciprocated. And that's really hard for these natives because you folks are not prepared whatsoever to live the mediocre life. You want all the material comforts and all the gaiety that goes with having a good life. You have really high principles and you're noble-minded. You might sometimes have a rugged exterior, but you've got a heart of gold. Only the people who end up getting really close to you can understand your actuality and how different you are. You're so blunt in the way that you talk, and you're not diplomatic at all. If you feel like something's the truth, you'll say it without taking into consideration other people's feelings. You'll also do a lot of sacrificing for the growth of your family. You know, having this waxing, waning moon on your tides, your temperaments seem to worry about one problem or the other a lot of times. I mean, even though you feel this in life, your spouse is going to be happy, especially being with you. People with Shravana, you guys are ethical and cordial. you also are able to tap into that ancient knowledge. So you would be really good at like reading the Vedas and understanding those. A lot of the words and a lot of the concepts just, they need a lot of rereading to really understand the full meaning behind them. But you're the type of person that if you read them, you would understand them quickly. Even though you do have this waxing and waning going on your boat, so to speak, you're balanced, you know? Just because you have these moments where, you have issues that you think about, you still remain balanced, even though your boat is rocking. Sometimes if this nakshatra gets malefic, you could end up being like hypersensitive. Because with all that rocking of the boat, you could end up getting really like ticked off about it and then like blowing up at everyone. And when I say that, I mean, you may do that occasionally anyway, just because of the waxing and waning of the moon and the temperaments that goes along with that. You may do it naturally, sometimes, but I'm talking about if you do it a lot. Like you're doing it so much that you're breaking relationships at work, you're breaking relationships with people because of that characteristic of being hypersensitive, then it would be possibly something malefic. Usually the females with this nakshatra, you guys really do like religious activities. And you also like getting recognition. I don't know how, it seems like I went in a line with these nakshatras, because it was like we had all those nakshatras that didn't really, they didn't really need the pampering, and now we're getting to the nakshatras that do. I thought it would be more mixed up in my order that I did these videos, but it is what it is. So now we're getting to the nakshatras that do like pampering. So you're not alone out there. I've already done a couple videos of other nakshatras that like getting pampered. And I mean, I think that all people, some people might not like it. But I mean, I don't think anybody would get really mad if they got pampered. You know what I mean? It's just some people don't need it. Some people like it. Some people need it. But you natives, you do like getting pampered, especially the female natives. You like fame and popularity for your work and your charities. So, it's not like you like popularity for, the hottest new fashion. No, you like it for work or for charities. You ladies do tend to have a very talkative nature. You might even have a real gift of gab there. Sometimes you guys don't hide things very well, like things that should be kept like only to you, and like especially with your partner, this could become an issue. Like you guys like to, you're the type of people that like to tell like your best friend what's happening, and maybe your spouse doesn't like that, doesn't like you telling the family business to maybe you tell it to your sister, or maybe you tell it to your brother or family members. But sometimes, you have to take into consideration like what your spouse likes, because yes, it's your life, but it includes somebody else. You know what I mean? So it could be taken as offensive from your partner. So just be careful of that. You don't need any unnecessary friction in the life. Usually the males with this nakshatra, you're highly methodical when it comes to your work. You always want your surroundings to be clean and neat. And on the other hand, unlike your female natives, you do not look for appreciation or recognition for your efforts. And you also possess a really strong mental strength. So you would probably really like the philosophical methodologies. Like, you would probably like Vedanta a lot. You know, you lean more towards an idealistic approach to religion, so to speak. Let's see. This is just Danish I mean, I just love the name of this nakshatra. It just sounds so, like, mystical. Or, I'm sorry, Shravana. I don't know why I thought Danishta. Both of them sound really good, though. You know, a lot of shamans, you know, those, I mean, they're not witches, but they're like, they conjure up things with their mind and their words together. You need both of them. You need mind and words. These shaman, they use a lot of those drums. And then they, you know, I mean, it's not really meditation, but I guess it could be a form of meditation. You know, these people, you guys would probably really get into stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe it's you're actually a shaman, or like a poetic person that writes poems. But a lot of those shaman used to use the drum in their chants, so to speak. And, you know, it just, with your symbol being the drum, it sounds like something that you might be interested in, and something that you might end up doing, or that you're already doing. Let's see. These people, you know, with the symbols, with the ear or the 3 feet, it's really hard to think of which one is more. I mean, Shravana means ear, but why did they even have the 3 feet? I keep thinking of that avatar of Vishnu, the one that took the 3 steps, and I'm trying to visualize his characteristics of that. I can't remember the name of that avatar of Vishnu, but I think that has those characteristics have a lot to do with this native. Being that Vishnu is your ruling deity of this nakshatra also. That particular avatar that took the 3 steps really does fit into this nakshatra also. And let's see. I mean, you guys are the type of people that would pretty much give up anything to sacrifice for people that you love. It doesn't mean anything for you if it means that you're going to lose somebody that you love. I mean, you could also do it for the benefit of people that you love. And I mean, this is a beautiful nakshatra. It's very powerful just because Vishnu is preserving it. So anything that you learn, especially if you lean towards that ancient knowledge, anything that you learn, you have Vishnu, preserving. So anything that you actually hold inside, it'll get preserved. So I recommend that you read those ancient texts because it'll probably stay inside you. You'll be likely to remember what you read. Let's see. And I mean, some nakshatras, they're just so powerful, just by their symbols. And I mean, just because they're not long-winded with a lot of heavy, heavy parts in it, doesn't mean that they're not powerful. I mean, sometimes you can say a lot without saying a lot. So, yeah, let me just move into your compatibilities here for this nakshatra. And of course you're going to get along with people who have Chandra or the moon. So you're going to get along really well with other Shravanas, Hasta, Rohini. You're going to get along with planets or nakshatras that have Surya. So Uttarashada, Falguni, Kritika. And you're going to get along with, or you're going to be neutral with Brihaspati and Mongol. So Purnavasu, Vishaka, Purva Bhadrapada. And you're going to get along with Mrigashira, or be neutral with Mrigashira, Chitra, and Dhanishta. Things will start going uneasy when you're with Venus, Shani, Buddha. So Revati, Jaishla, Ashlesha, Pushya, Anuradha, Uttra Bhadrapada, Bahraini, Purva Falguni, and Purva Ashada. And then things are most challenging with you, supposedly with Rahu or Ketu. So that'll be Mula, Magha, Arudra, Swati, Ashwini, and Shatabishta. Well, folks, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson as much as I liked giving it, and I hope you have a great night. Thank you.